Right, hiya lads and lasses, welcome to number 3 in the rapid fire videos. What I want to talk to you say today, it could be the same day, it could be I've just filmed these one after the other. So this is number 3 in the rapid fires, and this is follow through. One of the most vital parts of your throw. The amount of people that I've seen when I've been coaching them, recently and in the past, is the follow through. I've watched quite a few videos over the last couple of weeks, and I've noticed on a lot of people's follow-throughs, they're very, very inconsistent. You've got people who are following through really nicely on the first 3 arrows. They come back round and they go to throw the second 3 arrows and the follow-through's disappeared. The reason you need a really, really good follow-through and an accurate and a consistent follow-through is as you throw your dart, your hand comes away from it, your follow through means that the dart is carrying on the same trajectory. Now I explained this to a lady player at the UK Open when I was doing some coaching there, and what she was doing was jabbing at the dart. She was throwing it and her arm was coming back as she was throwing it forward. And what happens when you don't use a proper follow through and you snatch at the dart? That's why Sidwell used to say a snitchy snatchy throw. That was a snitchy snatchy dart. Because what happens if you don't have the follow through and you're bringing it back, as your arm, instead of falling away like this, comes back, look what's happening to dart. As your arm goes through, and don't forget I've analysed loads and loads of people's throws. I've slowed them down into slow motion, and if you want to do it yourself you can do, but I'm absolutely telling you this is what happens. Is as you go for your thing, instead of your follow through and your dart coming away from your hand and going in a straight line, if you're snatching back, if you're stopping your follow through halfway through, you're actually pushing the dart up. So what's happening is that will then cause, see if we can get it to go this way, that will then cause, as you stop your arm in mid follow through, it actually forces the dart up in the air. So that's why a lot of people's darts go up and down into the board, or up, down, up and into the board. Because the dart, obviously with a flight on it, is attempting to correct itself. And if the dart was fired over a 200 metre distance, the dart itself would start off like that and it'd end up flying true, because that's the aerodynamics of it. But that's what's happening, is if you don't get your follow through correct every time, what you're doing is you're forcing your darts, and that's why a lot of people end up what we call muck spreading. So basically your darts are going over into the 1, they're going up in towards the treble, up towards the double 20, they're going over towards the 5, and that is the reason why if your follow through isn't correct, then what you're doing is you're interfering with the dart as you're releasing it. So what I'm going to do is I'll get the other dart and I'll go over here and I'll show you. I mean, you've seen it in slow motion. You've got to get that follow through correct every time and every visit. Not your first arrow, as I've seen on a few videos. First arrow, lovely follow through. Second one, half a right follow through. Third one, absolute garbage. And then that is why your inconsistencies there. If there isn't the consistency within all your aspects of your throw, getting everything correct every time, then that's why, and that's where all your inconsistencies come from. Inconsistencies breed negativity. In other words, you're not happy. I've seen it loads and loads of times on the thing, on Facebook and Twitter and on my comments on my YouTube channel. People wonder why they have dips in performance, and it's because they're losing the consistency. The consistency means that you lose your confidence. You lose, not your self-esteem, but you lose your confidence, and that obviously has a knock-on effect on your ability again. So it's these stairs that I've been talking about. I'm going to do a video on them. Definitely going to do a video on them for you. But you're coming down the stairs then, you see. And your skill level is affecting your confidence. And your confidence is then affecting your skill level. And it's like stairs going down and going back up again. But like I say, I'll go into that in a different video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go do a couple of visits for you and show you exactly what I mean. Right, so good follow through. And that's allowing the dart to come, your hand to come away from the arrow as it's released from your hand. £140. Right, now, if you saw on that last arrow, that is something that, as you become really quite proficient at the game, you'll be able to do. I still did a full follow through, but I slowed my arm down as I was getting towards the end of the delivery. The reason for that was I was pushing the point up to try and drop it in over the top of another arrow to try and get 2 bullseyes. I'm pretty sure you can hear all the darts are hitting together. So the accuracy is coming now because I've not had a chuck today. Oh yeah, coming along now. 140. Yep, 171. Bullseye. Outer. Oh, just outside the ring. Right, but there hopefully you'll have seen that. Constant, consistent follow through. Another vital part of the game. So that was the number 3 in the rapid fires. Number 4 will be coming up shortly. Thanks very much for watching Dart Sense Tips and Advice with Dynamite Dave. And don't forget, lads and lasses, always, always, toe to the hockey.